The foundation was based on the principle that a child is a source to let flow, not a vase to fill. I repeat, a source to let flow, not a vase to fill. But in the education, we are used to fill heads, fill heads, and we forget the most important is that the child has a heart. So we forget the most important, the child has a heart. So when we start the foundation in Quebec, the parents, they were bringing to us a learning problem. Okay, so the mother was coming hand to hand with her child, and she was bringing a learning problem. We did refuse. He is a little child of love before being a learning problem. But the school put so much pressure on the parents' shoulder that they forget that he's a child of love. So the mother had to repeat 3 times, he is a child of love before being a learning problem. We didn't accept that she bring to us a learning problem. So she had to say, he is a child of love before being a learning problem. Then in Guatemala, we start another foundation, FFBH, and that was focused on helping the kids that have learning problem and dyslexia. So we start to use the word temporary, because the word temporary is very important, because we don't want to mark the child, so we have to use temporary, he is learning slower, or temporary, he is learning differently. It was not to mark the child. So you remember, he is a child of love before being a learning problem. And then we do create a problem, because we had discovered in many countries that when the kids are not ready, we do create the problem, because we want the kid to a B, a D, a P, a Q, and the child is not bilateral, is not ready, then we do create the big problem. And we create kids that when they're going to be adult, they will have the same programmation, I am not good. In psychotherapy, I have worked with a lot of adults that they were testing, I'm not good, because they learn at school, I'm not good. So the first thing they did learn out of school, they learned that they were no good. So we have the responsibility to make sure that the kid is ready to start school. That's why with both foundation, we create a program that we teach in many countries, and we can see that it is powerful and it is very efficacious. We call it basic pedagogy. And in our program, we make sure that the kids are going to be ready to start school. We even had a man that came from Israel, and he came to learn our technique, because they wanted to be sure that the kids are going to be ready to start school. And sometimes people, they talk about dyslexia, or we have to remember that dyslexia is not a disease. It's not that the kid is not intelligent. It's only that he cannot use it. So we're going to have a look today on all our program that include all the steps one by one, how to prepare the kid for the school. And next, how to help the kids that are already in school. Our program worked on first, be sure that the kid is ready to start school. Two, help the kid that already start and had a bad start. And three, how the kids are going to benefit of our program. Because with our program, all kids of the class are going to have a better coordination, a better synchronization of the brain that is essential for learning. So we have the kids that are not ready up to the kid that they don't have many problems. They're going to get better or they're going to study easier because they're going to have a better synchronization of both hemispheres. In the education, because we don't verify if the kid is ready, we do create learning problem. We're asking the kid to do something that he is not ready or he does not have the abilities to do it. Like asking a kid to lift a big dumbbell, he cannot. But we still ask the kid to lift a big dumbbell and he's not ready. So we do create the problem. And do we have the right to teach at some kid that they are no good just because we go too fast?